The video cut out, but I was going to show you guys an example of a drop-based rally, or I guess a rally-based rally that turns into a drop-based rally. So here we have a clear daily imbalance here. Get the market to pull up out of here, and then we get a pullback into demand here. And the idea is that when this level gets tested, we're going to move back up out of it. So here, we need to be patient and we need to let the market form a low, because this is a reversal structure. So you can see it forms a drop-based rally out of this level, and here's a low here, and then we get the market to break prior highs, right? So we can see that this low here, we can see that it takes out highs over here. Here, I'll go into a smaller time frame. But we can see that this low right here is actually starting to make higher highs, and it's taking out highs like over here. You can see then it takes out, then we get this high to form, and then we get another higher high here. So out of this level, we can take the aggressive entry, which is the entry into demand here, but then we get chopped up. Or we can let this low form, and then we can enter on the pullback with a stop below here. Because again, if this is the beginning of a new impulse over here, it is safe to call this a wave 1, and this is a wave 2, as long as this low does not retrace past this 24.75. So we can either find demand, or we can do a retracement from low to high here, and then we can enter on the 50 or 61.8% retracement and stop the lows here. And then as you can see, we get our wave 1, and then we get our higher low here, forming a wave 2, and then you get our explosive wave 3 move up. So drop-based rally, rally-based drop, these types of structures, they take time to play out. So again, drop, base, rally. Drop-based rally, rally-based drop, again, they take time to play out because they actually typically begin to form new impulsive structures. 5-wave structures, meaning that the wave 2 retracement for example up here, it should print a lower high below 29.65. If it does break above 29.65, obviously it'll go higher, and then I can just do a move like this, and then we get a move to the 1.36 or to the 1.618. This is a very key level right here, though. Very, very, very important level. Valid rally base drop supply here. But I do want to show you guys the other structures, for example on Netflix, which is a rally-based rally or a drop-based drop, and how these structures tend to react quickly because they are not reversal structures and they are simply pullbacks to pick up more buy orders. This is actually a level of demand that we took on Netflix that actually produced a very large winning trade. Was we had this rally-based rally. You get a rally, and then you get your base rally. We took it right here. See the market had its pullback right into the rally-based rally demand zone, and it pulled up. Talk about refining levels and whatnot as well, but here is an example of another level right here, of a drop-based rally right here. So Netflix forms a drop-based rally demand zone here. And why is it strong? It's strong because this move out of this area right here, it took out a high. So it made a higher high, so it took out this high right here of 3-1. Right? Because you can see that this level of demand we see something like this, when we see a level form and then price is able to take out prior highs, it means that the level is a strong level of demand. So obviously, I plot my zone right here. Drop base rally, drop base rally, and then we do some more digging. So this is a weekly chart drawn here. So I go into a smaller time frame here. We make this a little bit lighter so we can see what's going on. So again, it's able to make a higher high right here. So then obviously we would look for a re-entry on a pullback into the level. I need to go in a smaller time frame. So then obviously we would look for a retracement back into the level here. So Netflix was able to pull out of here, make higher highs over here, and then we get our pullback into the drop base rally level of demand before it goes up. So again, I would draw my level. I'm gonna have to delete it so that we can see what's going on here, but here's our level here. And then you can see that Netflix actually was able to retrace, forming a possible wave one. And then it took out this high here, making it a strong level and a potential entry for pullback. And then we enter on the level of demand test right here. So our entry would be at the drop base rally demand, so at 268. Entry. And then your risk would be if it broke below this low. The entry is on the level here with a stop below the low here. And we can see over here as well, another rally base drop. Rally base drop. This area here. So I just take my box here at the open here. And then you can see again, price came up. It's sold off, came back to pick up more buy orders in this level here, printing a lower high. Lower high. And then we can see from there, it sold off. It sold off to demand here. Came up, picked up buy orders, sold off. And we can see here, another drop, base, rally. I'm sure I can go into a smaller time frame and refine, but for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to take it at this candle. Draw over here, and then we can see again that the market went from supply to demand again. Let me clean my chart up. Let me clean this stuff up. So again, we can see that the market went from supply, and then it made its way back down to the reversal structure down here to the drop base rally. And then we can see that it sold off into demand almost perfectly, and it base right here took off. The stronger levels are going to be the ones that reside near the pivot highs and pivot lows, because only big money can change the direction of the market. So that's basically what I mean when I talk about the origin of moves. So for example, this was an origin of a move right here where the market sold off to 231 Netflix, took off to 386, ran into supply, and then we saw a sell-off back into the origin of the move here where we saw Netflix rip to the upside. So I hope this was helpful. I'm working on the Discord, and that's going to have educational channels, or it's going to have a educational channel where I can more frequently post a lot of educational posts, and just sort of show you guys how I do my analysis and how to take advantage of it, and how to incorporate wave theory with supply and demand. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'm ready for the week ahead. Talk to you guys soon.